Welcome to our new session with JiPOS, and today we are going to handle purchases as a module. Under purchases, we'll handle LPO, also direct purchases. So once you log into the system, and of course you have the right to access this particular module, you'll go to the left sidebar and click on purchases. This will give you this particular 4 items, that is purchase list, direct purchase, LPO list, and new LPO. Now, we are going to start with creating direct purchase. To create a direct purchase, you just click on the direct purchase item, and this will open you this particular form. In this particular form, we will fill it appropriately. First, you'll have to start by selecting the store or shop. This is the store which will receive this particular item or set of items being purchased. The next thing that we'll select are the supplier. To register also supplier, visit our YouTube channel and find the tutorial on how to register a new supplier. Now, you'll have to select the store which will receive the goods or set of goods, the supplier who's supplying you in this particular product or set of goods, and the purchase date. Select the items in this particular section. So these particular items are also to be registered in the inventory, that is the product section. So just visit our tutorial on item registration, and that will guide you properly on how to register any item into the system. So you'll have to select the item, define the quantity that you're purchasing. Enter the buying price of that particular item. How much is this costing? That is the unit price. And then you can decide to use this particular section of unit conversion. Of course, this particular aspect also is well explained in our tutorial on unit of measure and unit conversion. This is whereby you can decide to buy products in packages. For example, I buy a crate of soda, but then I want to register it in my inventory in terms of bottles or receive it in terms of bottles. That is unit of conversion, is in our tutorial. I can add more items to this particular purchase list by just clicking on the plus icon, and that will give me this particular new row. So I'll select another item, define the quantity that I want. If it's 10 maybe crates or 10 pieces of that, I'll define the purchase price. That is the unit buying price of that particular item. I can add more and more items into this particular list. So after adding all the items, you'll just come down here, enter any narration in this particular section. If you have to explain something about this particular whole thing, you can give a narration in that particular section. You can leave it as empty. There's still no problem with that. In this particular section at the bottom, you have the calculator that will give you the total tax. That is, if this particular item is taxed or not. Then you can decide to pay for this particular direct purchase by selecting the payment mode. So if you're going to pay through cash, just define the cash, the amount you're paying, give you a payment reference. If you're paying through M-Pesa or bank, just select appropriately the paid amount and of course the payment reference, and then you submit. Now, if I'm not going to pay for this particular purchase at this particular time, that means it's a credit purchase, I'll leave this as not applicable, and then in the amount paying section, I'll delete that and replace it with a 0, so that once I click on submit, this will be automatically regarded or placed under credit purchases. So I'm going to do credit purchase on this. I'll just click on submit. So that is direct and automated. So what the system will do in this particular section, it will auto adjust the product quantities or the item quantities in that particular store which was selected at the time of registering that particular direct purchase. So this will direct me to this particular GRN, where I can now visit and see this particular purchase profile. Now, later on, if you want to find this particular purchase, you will find it under purchases. Click on purchase list, and this will give you the list of all previous purchases, of course. We are going to select this particular purchase at the top by just clicking on action, then click on GRN. It will open the purchase profile, just as you see. And of course, we can now see what was purchased. And of course, if payments are made, then you'll have to see these particular payments in this particular section. This can be printed by just clicking print button at the bottom right of the page. And of course, you also have the change supplier button here. Just in case you made a mistake and selected a different supplier, you can click change supplier button, get the right supplier, and then save changes, and the system will automatically update this particular purchase to match the particular supplier. Now, I want to clear the balance on the credit sale I made. How do I do that? Now, to do that is very simple. You'll find that in this particular purchase list, there's the net amount, there's the paid amount, and then there's the balance. So anything that has got a balance will allow you to settle that balance whenever you open the GRN of that particular purchase. So, for example, I'm just going to pick on this particular general market purchase list item. I'll click on action, GRN. That will open for me the GRN profile or the purchase profile. Now, in this particular purchase profile, at the bottom, there's a form that will be automatically displayed here. And in this particular form, it will allow you to settle the payments. And this is supplier payment. So I'll just enter the amount, the purchase payment date, the amount, the payment mode that I'm using at this particular time. Once you select the payment mode, you can also enter the reference number in this particular section. If it's M-Pesa or if it's the bank, you can enter the reference number. And of course, if it is things to do with the bank checks and all that, you can enter this appropriately and just click make payment. So in this case, I'll not be having this. So I'll just click make payment button, and that will automatically clear the purchase balance that we have in this particular profile. Now, once the balance is complete, you'll find that this particular table here under the GRN has got this particular payment, the payment reference, the payment mode, the amount, and the time stamp or the time when this particular transaction was recorded. Once this is cleared again, you will no longer see the payment form that we just used a few seconds ago. So that is how to also clear payments or settle payments on any credit purchase. So with that said, we want to move to the LPO section.